Bucket list item, surf Malibu. I got to do it.
Oh my gosh. You don't understand how excited I am right now. Oh gosh. Oh, it's rocky bottom. Oh my goodness.
It was better than I had imagined. However, now that I've done it, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, and I'm going to explain why in this video. And it's not just because of the crowds, by the way. The trip also cost me $1,500, but I got to slap a microphone on a local legend, and his advice made it priceless.
You're like a Labrador retriever focused on the ball nonstop.
Is this the worst interview you've ever had so far, Devon?
No, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Just sort of relaxed and let yourself feel the pocket.
Relax and feel the pocket. Devon is the king of relaxing. Watch as he feels the pocket. Do you see how in the zone you were watching this just now? All you heard were the sounds of the waves, which is relaxing, and you were focused on Devon. Focus and relaxing are intertwined. Yeah, that made me throw up in my mouth a little bit as well, but it is true and it relates to your surfing performance. We live in a fast-paced world, all while our attention spans are being destroyed by the doom scroll. So even when we relax, we're not really relaxing. And what does that look like on a wave? Well, here's my fast-paced, New York-born, New Jersey-raised self, rushing a wave like I'm driving in Manhattan. Look at all the wave I'm missing out on. This is Malibu, it just keeps going, and an inside poacher takes advantage.
So there are no rules in surfing, but what I've observed from you today and yesterday is you have an addiction to nose riding.
Yeah.
Which I think you've admitted. Because it's not as clean, today's not as clean and easy as yesterday.
Okay.
You need to give yourself a little more time to just stabilize and get in the rhythm of the wave.
Okay.
So that last wave, as soon as you got up, if you just sort of relaxed and let yourself feel the pocket, you would have gained a lot more speed, and then you could have come out of that pocket with a slight redirect, and then when you come out of your redirect, then you could walk up to the nose.
Our first morning at Malibu before my wife took over filming, I was shooting a little bit of B-roll, and I caught this lady's wave. Watch as she does exactly what Devon was just describing. She feels the pocket a couple times, gets paced with the wave, and then goes for the nose ride. All of this, however, is very foreign to me because I live in the land of endless beach breaks, New Jersey. Steep waves, quick rides, so I've gotten in the habit of running to the nose immediately. Devon even backed me up on this after our sessions.
So now, and it's now making a lot more sense to me, and to be fair to you, you exist in a world where the runway is really short. So if I was surfing waves like you are, I would run to the nose immediately.
Yeah.
Because why else would I ride a longboard if it wasn't to nose ride?
Yeah.
So we have more time to do all of those things here, which is a luxury. So maybe the modifying what you're doing is depends where you're at. When you're at a short running beach break, the nose ride off the bat is probably a good idea because that may be your only chance to do it. Mm-hmm. So that makes a lot of sense. But when you're somewhere else, let's say you go to Costa Rica or you go anywhere in the world that's got a 15 to 20 to 30 second ride, the pressure is off. Now maybe you could do a fade or you could allow yourself to trim and cruise a little bit and not feel the pressure to nose ride immediately off the wave.
Chapter 2, The Surfing. Subtitle, How to Turn Long Malibu Waves into Short Rides by Being an Idiot. About 6 months ago, Devon messaged me and said, hey, if you can head to California, I think I could help your surfing. Personally, I accept any excuse to surf California, so my wife and I dropped the kids off at the grandparents, and we were on our way. I knew there was a traveler surf club right in Malibu, so I didn't bother lugging my board. If you're gonna rent for a few days in Malibu, it just makes more sense to pay for the month membership at Traveler, as they have a decent selection of nose riders, and you can swap as many times as you want. You can also use their bikes, their showers. It's a pretty cool place. I picked my board and I was ready to go, and boy, was I excited. One of my favorite feelings in the world is paddling out at a brand new break, and paddling out at an iconic one is even better. I surfed a total of 3 sessions in 2 days at Malibu, 2 of which Devon joined me. I was riding the board from Traveler, and Devon was on his new Channel Island model, the CI Log, and this thing looks extremely intriguing, and we'll discuss that in a second. The first thing I learned surfing Malibu is that my usual method of dealing with crowds does not work well here. I like to sit on the inside, catch the waves no one else is on. I've done this at other iconic crowded surf spots with 0 issue, however, those weren't perfect points like Malibu. If you sit inside, odds are someone will be on that wave. So I ventured to the right a little bit deeper, and there I found it a little too hard to get in front of the wave. The moral of this story? You gotta be patient. Just chat to people, work your way through the lineup.
All sand. Yeah.
Wait your turn, and hopefully you will be gifted with a wave for your patience. Now, before I continue being negative, let me show you some of the good things because, let me tell you, I had a blast.
Yeah, this is fun. Oh. My armband. All right, let's try and take this all the way in. Oh, that was just unbelievable. This is too much fun. Long wait in between waves, for sure. But, that being said, I'm getting a little more used to it now.
I got my feet wet on the first session, but the second session, when Devon joined, things really started to happen. If you can get properly paced with the wave, it is an absolute longboarder's dream. It just keeps going and going and going. You could try little adjustments, you could experiment with certain things. It is awesome. And finally, the next morning was the last session and definitely the toughest when it came to the wind. Watch Devon, who is a world-class surfer, try and navigate these somewhat difficult conditions.
Woo! Whoa, it's cold. All right, here we go, up to the nose. Don't blow it, up, up, wobble that one. Let's try this one again. Oh, it's bumpy, there, I'm going down. That is pretty difficult this morning. Okay, let's see if we can make this section. Come on, hang in there. It's going fast, and I'm out. Here we go, tiny wave. Let's see if we can hang in there. Whoa! Let's see, we get a little reform. Hang in it, milk it, milk it. Just gotta not move. See these little chops coming right at me? Literally doing nothing, just kind of boring, but just a struggle to stay on the wave. And I'm out. Oh, that was tough.
The last chapter, don't surf here. Don't surf Malibu? It's quite a bold statement, but let me explain. Number one, surfing Malibu and other great breaks around California has given me a new appreciation for the fact that I am forced to surf beach breaks here in New Jersey. If you can longboard a New Jersey beach break, for the most part, everything else should be a breeze. Sure, I don't know how to surf a point break, but I can quickly learn because I've done the hard part. My constant surfing of beach breaks are also why Devon's new CI log looks extra intriguing to me. Devon explained how it differs from a traditional longboard in that it has a low apex rail in the tail. I know, fancy. Combine that with slightly more rocker and you got a board that turns very well. And obviously, as you can see, it still nose rides well also.
I know what it's like. I've surfed New England, New Jersey, the East Coast. I've surfed a lot of beach breaks in the world, and I know what it takes for boards to work there. That little bit of added confidence through a turn that I could push it harder here and I know that the board isn't gonna let me down, translates so well to beach breaks.
Beach breaks are a harsh yet good teacher, and I'm glad it's where I've learned. Devon also gave a masterclass on board design, but I'll have to save that for another video, and obviously once I ride the CI log, I'll let you know what I think. I suspect it's gonna be pretty good. Reason number 2 to not surf Malibu, the skill level of the surfers is quite high. That means not only is it crowded, but it's very competitive. Nearly anyone paddling for a wave will catch that wave. This wave here I could have easily caught. So could that guy, but someone's already on it. I have a lot to learn with many parts of my surfing, but when it comes to positioning and wave catching, I'm fairly decent, and let me tell you, I still struggled getting my waves. Because of that, it wouldn't be a place I would take my friends of various skill levels on a surf trip necessarily. Don't never surf Malibu, but treat it as a proving ground for when you improve, learn etiquette, learn proper positioning, learn how to battle for waves, learn to surf. And then you'll enjoy Malibu that much more. I mean, look at that happy face. If you want to get your surfing in Malibu condition fast, then watch this video next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.